Hey, I'm Clint Arthur, and welcome to Celebrity Expert Spotlight. Today we've got Dr. Dalal Akoury, MD. She's the best-selling author of Cancer Beyond the Cure, also the founder of AWAREmed. And Dalal, thank you so much for joining me here on the Spotlight. And how are you, and what are you up to?
Clint, I'm excited to be here. As always, excited to speak, to teach, to have my voice amplified, because I have two major projects. And those major projects are so important to me. One of them is AWAREmed franchise, and that is really have two franchises. One is the AWAREmed 360, which is huge, incredible change and transformation for healthcare, and the AWAREmed Express, which really would be a great place where we can help people look good and feel good and enjoy life and look pretty and young at any age. Look at my face.
You also have Cleopatra's Secret, which is part of why your face looks so good.
Cleopatra's Secret is the secret. Well, originally I'm from Egypt, as you know, and my grandmother taught me to enjoy things that I never understood. All these herbs and these, seeds and oils, and she would help us and fix us with all these things. No matter what kind of problem we had, she always had some solutions. Then I became a doctor, and I said, that doesn't make sense what she's doing. But eventually I realized the power of Cleopatra's Secret. Yeah, my father passed away from pancreatic cancer. My brother died not too long ago, about 4 years ago. And that broke my heart. And he died from medical neglect. And I knew that I have to tap into what I've learned and what I inherited from being from Egypt. So I started creating different salves and products, and every single thing I created was all these herbs, from rose water to olive oil to almond oil to every single thing you imagine can create healing of this inside out, and makes you look good at 69, as I am, and keep smiling and looking younger. So my mission right now is really to transform healthcare, because what we have right now is not what you deserve. You really deserve better. We deserve better. Mm-hmm. We deserve spirit, mind, body restoration. We deserve to eat right. We deserve to really have understanding of how the body works and function, and use nature to bring out everything to make us better, from helping us to detox, from helping us to look great, and help even cancer, and even help people with neurological dysfunction. And that's why my book, Cancer Beyond the Cure, really goes deeper and deeper than what we have learned. It's not just chemotherapy, it's not just surgery, it's not just radiation. It's how can we restore the system. And guess what? Your body is capable to do a whole lot more than you even imagine.
I know you're a very accomplished speaker, having spoken around the world, Africa. I've seen you in the UK, at Oxford, Cambridge, the Royal Society of Medicine. How important do you think communication really is for the healthy functioning of the body?
You have no idea how communication is so important. But we need to start communicating with our body too. We have no time to communicate with our body. Our cells communicate continuously. Things are in beautiful communication. And the reason we sometimes have issues is when communications breakdown happens. So if the body works through communication system and networking, would you imagine if we don't communicate properly, what would happen? Communication is key for health. Communication is key for success. Communication is key for everything. And we are dynamic beings. Our body is continuously in a dynamic form. So if you do a lab today, it's not good tomorrow. So understanding how the body functions is key. And I want to raise the awareness about you and your body and my body. so that we can make our body better, and so we can understand that we deserve way more than what we are getting right now.
What's your number one piece of advice for people who want to be better communicators, interpersonally and even with their own body?
Number one, you have to learn silence, because you have to, in order for you to be a great good communicator, you've got to be able to listen. Listen and understand, and then pay attention. Pay attention to details. Pay attention to body language. Make communication with the body, with the eyes. Tune in. The only reason I have been so gratefully successful with my patient is I tune in. So you cannot communicate unless you tune in. And if you don't communicate with yourself, you cannot tune in with anybody else. So tune in here first, communicate with the self, get to a center, breathe, and then start making your eyes by looking at people, looking how they're walking, how they're dressing, their demeanor. You can look at people anger, even if they don't see, even with a smile, you can see the fire comes out of them. So communicate by your eyes. Communicate with listening. Communicate with a taste and a smell. Be in the present.
Now, I know that you had a heart operation recently.
Yes.
Tell me, were you scared? And what did you do to have courage during such a challenging procedure?
Well, I have to be honest with you, I was not scared. And it's really weird. I wasn't scared, but I was prepared. I was prepared to go if it was the time for me to go. And this is something very hard for anybody to understand. I made peace with myself, and I looked at everything I've done, and I felt like I've done my dues. I helped people. I really found ways to help. And I said, God, if I am ready to go, then my mission is done, and somebody else is going to take the torch. So I wasn't afraid. But once I lived through it, which was a very, very difficult surgery, I made decisions in the operating, when I was in the ICU for intensive care for 3 weeks and had a stroke. And I made decisions. I said no to things they wanted to give me. The minute I walked in the door of the ICU, they wanted to give me a lot of pain medications. I refused. And I promise you, if I didn't, I would have been dead. I really do. I've had a lot of side effects, but I'm so grateful because I was my own advocate, like our friend Kathy is talking about being your advocate. So I was my own advocate, and I said no to many things. And I used magnesium. I requested magnesium when I had arrhythmia for my heart, and when my heart was going too fast, I requested magnesium. I requested things that are more natural. And guess what? I'm here, and my surgery, I had surgery less than a year ago, and my scar is almost gone. And I had a massive, ugly scar, and I have no scars. And it's from everything I do, from the IVs I take, from the natural, the Cleopatra's Secret that I am using for people to look great, to feel great, to have facelifts naturally. Yes, that's what I do.
How can people find out more about your great works?
Oh, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube, I'm on a lot of places, but I also have Dr. Dalal Akoury, MD.com. And also have AWAREmed.com, and I'm happy to be here to serve people. And thank you for allowing me to have my voice amplified.
Hey, it was great to have you here on Celebrity Expert Spotlight. My guest today has been Dr. Dalal Akoury.
Thank you. All right, thank you.
Stay right there.